Hello everyone. How's everybody doing today? Just remembered I need to stick this on here. We'll talk about our host code in a second, but I just very last minute remembered I needed to put that on. Okay guys, hi, thanks for joining me. My name is Ruth Norton. I am with Ruth's Stamping Corner. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'm so glad that you're joining me today. We are making this adorable little box today. I'm going to show you what's inside. It's a pretty yummy treat. You can make this for a bunch of different occasions. This one we're using a Mother's Day treat, but I'm going to show you how you can definitely use this year round. So isn't it adorable though? It's so pretty. And I just love the colors. We have some beautiful spring colors going on here and some really bright, fun colors. So we're going to jump into that in just a minute. But before we do, just a couple of quick last minute reminders. We are reaching the end of the May subscription period for Paper Pumpkin. So if you want May's Paper Pumpkin, you need to subscribe by May 10th. That's this Friday to be included in the Paper Pumpkin for May. This one is called The Best There Is. You're going to get a Misty Moonlight Stampin' Spot. You're going to get a stamp set. It's going to make 9 cards, 3 each of 3 different designs. It's going to be gorgeous. So fun. I love when they do masculine cards because I really struggle with masculine cards. You know, I'm really good with the girly, floweries, glitters, all of that. I'm really good with that. But masculine cards always seem to stump me. So whenever they put out a masculine themed set, I really love it. And it's also going to coordinate with the Country Woods Designer Series paper. So if you love that DSP, you're going to love this kit. All right, next month, the subscription period for June will open on Saturday, May 11th. And that one is going to feature the in colors, all 5 of the brand new in colors, which are stunning. We're going to talk about those right now. So make sure you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. If you want this month's kit, you got to subscribe by Friday. June subscription period will open on Saturday. All right, the starter kit special this month. It's an amazing special. So let's look at our new in colors. These are our brand new, excuse me, these are our brand new in colors for 2024 to 2026. We'll have these for 2 years. Every year Stampin' Up! Changes out 5 colors. We get new colors. Those are called in colors. And this is this year's selections. Now this selection of colors, I have to say, is by far probably my favorite collection ever. I just love these and I keep pulling for these colors a lot. So if you love these colors too, your best bet this month is going to be to join my team. Joining my team is easy. You just go onto my website and you click join and you fill it all out. This month to join, it is $99. You get to choose 125 in products. That can be anything you want from the online store. It could be from the annual catalog. It could be from the clearance rack. It can be from the online exclusives. It can be anything. You get to choose those. But in addition to that 125 in product, you're going to get $82 of in color products. You're going to get the in color ink pads. You're going to get a package of the in color cardstock. You're going to get the in color Designer Series papers, and you're going to get the in color Stampin' Right markers. So that's $82 in value on top of your 125 that you're already choosing, and you get free shipping. And all of that for only $99. So you're going to get well over $200 worth of products for only $99. So it is an amazing deal. So if you love this year's in colors, or the next 2 years, if you love these colors, this is a fantastic time to join and you absolutely do not want to miss this. This is only available through May 31st. So consider joining my team. There's no obligation to sell or do what I do when you become a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Most demonstrators just love the discount. You'll get a discount on your products. You'll get to see products early. You'll get to order products early. And that's really the biggest perk that draws people in. And a lot of people don't sell, and that's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. You don't have to do what I do. There is absolutely zero obligation to sell or hold classes or do Facebook Lives. None of that. You do not have to do any of that. And I would love to walk you through all of that. All right. If you missed last week, I did a quick walkthrough of the brand new catalog last week. So go back and scroll through last week's video. But I just wanted to do a quick reminder that the catalog is available. If you are in the United States and don't have a demonstrator and you need a copy of this, please let me know. I'd love to mail you one. But otherwise you can shop from this catalog now and all the products are available. All right, if you are shopping, this is my host code for May. All orders receive a PDF with 3 exclusive projects. If your order's over over $50, you're going to receive the Make a Ticket that coordinates with that. If your order is over $150, don't use the host code. You're going to receive Stampin Rewards. And I'm still going to send you those make and take kits. But if your order's over 150, don't use the code. If it's under 150, make sure to use that code to qualify for the make and take kit. All right, isn't this box adorable? Okay, let's talk about what's inside for just a minute. So inside, I have these Little Debbie Mother's Day cakes. These are like a lemon cake, very yummy. So I found these and I thought, okay, we're going to make a cute little Mother's Day box. Well, you guys, Mother's Day is Sunday. So even if you ordered stuff today, unless you expedite it, it's probably not going to arrive in time for you to make this for Mother's Day. So I found these as well, these little chocolate frosted fudge cakes. They are the exact same size. So, and these are available year round. So you can get these year round. So you can make this box year round. And let me pull out one of these. So you can see that they are, hello, come on out. You can see that they are exactly the same size. So this box will work for either one of these. So if you can't find the Mother's Day ones, or if you're making these after Mother's Day and you can't find them, substitute the chocolate ones, because these are available year round and both fit in that box perfectly. So we'll keep our little Mother's Day one out, because I made this box yellow specifically to coordinate with our little cake. So we'll keep the Mother's Day one out. But isn't it adorable? So it fits that little cake perfectly in there. So fun. And what a fun little gift. So, okay, so let's jump in. We're going to get started. If you're watching this on Facebook, please share this with your happy friends. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel. You'll never miss a video, and it's free for you. You don't have to do anything. It's completely free. All right, we're going to start with a piece of Daffodil Delight cardstock, and this measures 8 by 6. So you are only going to get one of these per piece of cardstock, but you're probably not going to be making a ton of these. And if you have 12 by 12 cardstock, you're actually going to get 2 per cardstock. So 8 by 6, we're going to start on the long side, and we're going to score it at 1 5/8 from each side. So 1 5/8. And then I'm going to rotate it to the other side, and we're going to do 1 5/8 on that side as well. All right, now put it on the 6-inch side, and we're going to score it at 1 1/8, at 2 3/4, at 3 7/8, and at 5 1/2. Okay, so that's all of our scoring. No fancy scoring. We don't have any diagonal lines or anything like that. Just, excuse me, just your basic box. Okay, let's grab a bone folder. We're going to fold on all of those score lines. Okay, so while I'm folding on the score lines, you guys, I want to let you guys know of a couple of things that are coming up. So the next month is going to be kind of hit and miss with my Facebook Lives. I am desperately going to try to do Facebook Lives every week, but my son is graduating in just about 2 weeks. It's almost exactly 2 weeks. 2 weeks from tomorrow is when he's graduating. And then we have orientation at his university right after that. So it's really going to be really hit and miss throughout the next month. So just keep an eye on my Facebook page. I will be posting if I'm going live. I really want to make sure to try to go live. I know for sure I won't be live on the 22nd of May. The other weeks are really going to be kind of hit and miss. So I just want to put that out there, because I really try to stay consistent with doing Facebook Lives. I know that helps you guys find videos and inspiration. But you know, sometimes life gets in the way, and right now we are just in a very busy season of life, and I just don't know if I'm going to be able to fit it all in. So just hang in there with me. I will be back like in July for sure if I cannot make Facebook Lives from here out. But just hang in there with me. I'll be back, I promise. All right, so we fold and burnish with our bone folder on all of those score lines. We're going to do some trimming now. So I'm going to hold it like with the 6-inch orientation here, and we're going to do some trimming on this side. So basically we're going to cut up all of the score lines here. So we're just going to go through, and we're going to trim all of these score lines up to that horizontal score line. So I'm just going to go through. We're going to trim these all the way up. We are going to trim off this little 1/2-inch piece completely. So go ahead and just snip that piece completely off. And then we're going to do the same on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and just snip this right here. And we're going to trim up all of these sides here, just like we did on the other side. up those. If you guys have had any of your kids or anybody that you know graduating, you guys know how busy a season this is. And there is just, you know, my son is involved in so much. So we have multiple banquets, multiple award ceremonies. Just, it seems like every week there's like 2 or 3 things that we have to do for his graduation. And it's a lot. My son was involved in a lot. So we're really like, we're trying to manage everything. So it's just a busy season. Okay, we're going to just do a little bit of trimming on a few of these tabs. So we're going to start with the pieces that are connected to that 1/2 inch tab up here. So I'm going to fold in all 3 of these tabs, and we're just going to leave this one hanging out. And I'm going to line it up with the 1/2 inch score line here. So we have our line here, and this line goes all the way down, this 1/2 inch score line. So we're going to line that up with the 1/2 inch score line. I'm going to make sure it's nice and straight at the top, lining it up with that 1/2 inch score line here. And then we're just going to trim that off. And so that's going to make sure that these side tabs, these are the tabs that are going to go into the box here on the side, and that's going to give us a nice clean finish to our box. That's going to make sure that they are the same height as the front tab. All right, so we're going to do the same thing to this side. So I'm going to make sure it's nice and straight. We're going to line it up on that 1/2 inch tab, and we're just going to trim that off. So we are left with 3 1/2 inch tabs on this side. Okay, now the tabs that are left, you have like a skinny one, a longer one, and then a skinny one. So we're going to fold the 2 skinny ones out of the way and make sure this 1/2 inch one is out of the way too, although that one won't matter too much. And we want to trim this at 1 inch. So I'm going to line this up this time at the 1 inch score line, and we're going to trim this at 1 inch. So we're just going to trim off that edge right there. And that's going to make sure, because when we fold this in like this, see, it's going to get hidden inside there. If we were to fold it in like this, because it's a little bit taller, you're going to see like it's going to stick up and then the box won't close. So that's why we just have to do a little bit of trimming. So again, I'm just going to fold in those tabs, line it up at that 1 inch score line, and then we're just going to trim it off. Now you can do this with your scissors. You can absolutely just kind of eyeball this with your scissors if you don't want to pull out your paper trimmer. I think it's just easier to do it with a paper trimmer, but you can absolutely do it with the trimmer. Or with your scissors. Okay, so this is what we have so far, and we're going to just do a couple more little trims here. This is just going to be those pieces that are just going to go inside the box. Trimming the corners of these 1/2 inch edge pieces is going to help it go in. So I'm going to trim those corners just like that. And then I'm going to fold these skinny tabs out of the way again, and we are just going to fold these tabs. These tabs are not going to be seen. They're going to be on the inside of the box. But it's going to help our box go together a little bit easier. If our trimming on the little tabs was off, it's just all going to be disguised, and nobody's ever going to see it. All right, now because we want the front flap of our box to be super pretty, we're going to use a corner rounder. So I'm going to just fold in these little tabs, do a quick little punch of our corner rounder here. Stampin' Up! Doesn't currently sell a corner rounder punch, so you can use whatever you have to do that. And that completes all of our trimming. So I'm gonna move that trash out of the way, and I'm gonna put this on here so you can see what we've done. So what we've done to it. So if you need to pause the video or take a screenshot of this to see exactly how everything is trimmed, you can go ahead and do that now. So, but it is the trimming is a little bit finicky, but it all works together perfectly once we get everything trimmed correctly. All right, so with our box completely trimmed, we're gonna adhere it together. So I'm going to put adhesive on these outside skinny tabs, the ones on the very opposite end of the 1/2 inch tab. These are going to wrap around and be the front of our box. So I'm going to put adhesive there. I'm using my Stampin' Seal Plus. You can use tear and tape, you can use liquid glue, whatever you wanted to use. All right, so I have adhesive on these 2 outside tabs. I'm also going to put adhesive on these middle tabs. Just a little bit of adhesive there. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do, this tab, this little other skinny tab that does not have any adhesive, that's going to go in first. So it's going to fold in like this. This one is going to fold up on the outside of that. You can see that one goes up on the outside. And then this one will go in and just wrap around it just like that. And that will give you a nice smooth rounded finish to the front. Okay, so let's try that again. So we have that skinny tab goes in first. then the middle tab, and then this outside tab adheres down just like that. And that gives us that rounded edge. Everything is sandwiched inside. We have that nice smooth edge on the inside, and then the tabs will just fold over just like that. And that makes our little box. Isn't that fun? Now, if you wanted to add a finger notch, you could do like a 1/2 inch circle or any other little decorative circle. You could do that here. I'm not going to do that for mine, but you absolutely could. All right, let's put our little cake inside. Fits perfectly. And look at this one, fits perfectly too. So you can use either one of these, so you can make these year round. The chocolate ones I think would be really cute for like Christmas or fall. You could really decorate this. Really fun for those holidays. Okay, we're going to fold in our little tabs and we are ready to decorate our box. Isn't that fun? Isn't it a cute little box too? Okay. Okay, here's my DSP. Almost lost it. We're going to be using the In Color DSP. These are brand new colors. This is the Shy Shamrock one. I'm using a different pattern than I did on this one. This one you can see I used the leaves. It's really pretty. And we're going to add it to all the sides except the back. If you wanted to do the back as well, you would just need to cut an additional one for the back. But you know, nobody's going to see the back, so I'm not too worried about the back. All right, so like I said, I'm using a different pattern. So this one comes in lots of different patterns. We're going to use the polka dots this time. So I'm going to flip this over and we're going to adhere this all down. For the top, you're going to need a piece that is 1.5 by 4 5/8. And you can adhere all this DSP before you assemble it too. I sometimes have like a spatial problem with that, and I can't ever really tell, like, okay, is this the top? Is it right side up? How do I do that? So I always like to assemble my boxes just so I know that everything is going in the right place. So that was the top, and all the measurements are in the video description, so you guys don't have to worry about writing any of these down. All right, the front of the box is 1 inch by 4 5/8. So I'm gonna put some adhesive on that, and this is gonna go right onto the front of the box. Now you're only gonna have about 1/8 of an inch border on these, so just make sure you line those up. And then the sides, you're going to need 2 of these for the sides, and each of these is 1.5 by 1. So let's put some adhesive on these, and we'll stick them onto the sides of our box. So these go right onto the side, just like that. And this one goes on this side. So, isn't that cute? Shy Shamrock and Daffodil Delight. I think that is such a fun color combination. All right, so let's put our box aside for now. Let's work on the coloring and stamping of all of our elements. Let me show you all this dies and the stamps that I used. So for our stamping, I'm going to use the Hearts and Hugs. I love the greetings in this one. I could just hug you, sending birthday hugs, all of those. Those are really fun. So on this one, I put I could just hug you. We're actually going to do sending a big hug on the box we're making today, but you could do any of these greetings or any other small, skinny greeting you have. And then along with that are the dies that coordinate with this. So if you get the Hearts and Hugs stamps, then make sure you just add on the bundle. You save 10%. I die cut the flowers in Petunia Pop. That's another new in color. So I die cut the flowers out of Petunia Pop, and those are from this Hearts and Hugs bundle. Okay, so that's that one. For my little label, I use the Stylish Shapes dies for that one. And then for my leaves, I use the new Unbounded Love dies. I use these little leaves. You could also use this little label for the center if you wanted. But these are all the dies that I'm using. So lots of fun dies. And then for our butterfly, oops, I need to pull those out. Hello. So I have the paper butterfly accents. These are actually a carryover product from the mini catalog. And they are just, so you get lots of like laser cut sheets of these butterflies, and they just pop right out. You just boop, pop them out, and you're ready to go. They are white front and back. So however you want to decorate them is up to you. So we are going to color them with some Stampin' Blends. So I'm just going to grab a piece of scratch paper here, and I'm going to place my butterfly on it. I know it's white on white. You guys are like, the butterfly disappeared, but it's there, I promise. And I'm going to use some Bubble Bath Stampin' Blends. I have the light and the dark. I'm actually going to start with the light, and we're going to do the top half in the light. I'm going to use the brush tip, and I'm going to kind of color on the side of my brush tip. I'm just going to hold this in place. Just very carefully, especially on the antennas, just be very careful. We're going to go about halfway up with that light. We're just gonna kind of add color to this. You can use blending brushes. I would be very careful with blending brushes. These little butterflies are a little delicate, but if you're careful, you can use blending brushes. You can also stamp right on them. You can just, you know, do this with your ink pad, just kind of swoop and color them that way. You can use watercolor on them. I mean, the possibilities on how to color these are endless. You can emboss them. I've also gold heat embossed one. That was really pretty. All right, now for my dark, we're going to do the same thing, but on the bottom. And we're going to add that. And I'm going to go over a couple of layers with the dark because I want it to be noticeably darker on the bottom. And then it's lighter on the top. So there's our butterfly. And the bubble bath is a really light ink, so it might not be showing up as well. Maybe if we put it like on green, maybe you can see it on green. It is really, really pretty though. All right, so that's it. Super easy, super simple. And we're going to add this, and I am just going to use my liquid glue to add this, and I'm only going to put glue in the center of my butterfly. The center is going to be covered up with our greeting, and so if any glue should happen to smudge out, that's all going to be covered up. So just a little bit of glue in the middle, and we'll just adhere this down right onto the center of our lid. That's it. We're going to give it a few minutes to dry while we do our stamping. We'll come back to our liquid glue. All right, so I've already die cut a little label from that Stylish Shapes dies, and I have Petunia Pop ink, new ink, and we're going to stamp Sending a Big Hug right in the center of that label. Perfect. Close up our ink with that out of the way. And we're going to stick this down. I'm going to use some dimensionals. I'm going to use this edge piece. I have the mini dimensionals out because the mini dimensionals are going to be more handy for those flowers. So I'm just going to use a big edge piece for the greeting there. Just stick that on. And I keep popping that lid open. And this is going to go right over the middle of our butterfly. You can even use these same elements onto a card. Wouldn't that be pretty on a card? You can even do that on a card. So pretty. Okay, now for our die cut pieces, I've already die cut them. So the leaves, I have two in Shaded Spruce. I have a small one and a big one, and those are from that Unbounded Love dies. And then I have the same die cut as well in the Shy Shamrock. This is our new color. Same of those. And then the 3 flowers from the Hearts and Hugs dies in the Petunia Pop. So these are going to go on with dimensionals. So I'm going to stick some dimensionals on the back of these. I'm using the little mini, the mini dimensionals. Goodness, excuse me. All right, little minis right on the back. Now on one of these, I'm going to pop it up on double dimensionals because I want it to stand up a little bit more. So just on one, I'm going to add a second layer of dimensionals. So I peeled off that backing. I'm adding a second layer of the mini Stampin' Dimensionals on that. So this one is going to go right over here in the corner, like the double layered one. And then peel the backings off of these. And these are going to just fill in the side here, just like this. Perfect. Really pretty. All right, now we're going to go back to our liquid glue. You could use glue dots for this. And we're going to add some leaves. So I'm just going to add adhesive to the bottom of our leaves. You see in our box, the leaves are nice and like fluffy. They kind of poke up. So I'm only putting adhesive on the very bottom of the leaves to keep the leaves doing that. I'm just going to stick this one in there, the big one, the big Shaded Spruce, and the small Shy Shamrock. Just a little bit on the bottom. That one's going to go right under the label, just like that. So pretty, right? And we're going to do the same thing on this side. We'll do the small Shaded Spruce. These two greens go so well together. If you're doing some two-step stamping with some leaves, the Shy Shamrock and the Shaded Spruce would be a great color combination for those. And then the big Shy Shamrock one goes just like that. Just give those a second to dry. So pretty. I just love this box. I think it's so pretty. Okay, that's it for our liquid glue. We'll put that away. And final finishing touch, I have the In Color Shimmer Gems. And these come in all 5 of our brand new In Colors. We have Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink, Summer Splash, Shy Shamrock, and Peach Pie. We're going to use the Petunia Pop ones. And we're just going to put one in the center of each of our flowers. So if you have any of that dimensional showing through that center of your flower, don't worry, we're covering it up. 1 each in the center of those flowers, and that completes our beautiful little cake box. Isn't that so cute? So there's a little Mother's Day cake in there. This will also fit the little year-round chocolate cakes if you can't find the Mother's Day cakes. So that is it for me, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I really love this box. I think it's so pretty. I think I'm going to give one to my kids and be like, here, give this to me for Mother's Day. No, I probably won't do that, but maybe they'll find them laying around. But thank you guys so much for joining me. Remember, if you are shopping my online store, use this host code for all orders under $150. If your order's over $150, don't use the host code. You're going to receive Stampin Rewards. Remember to subscribe to my channel and share this with your friends. I do not know when next I will be live. I'm really going to try to go live next week. But then after that, the schedule is going to go bananas between graduation and then orientation with my son at his university. So hang in there with me, you guys. You might not see me as much over the next month, but I will be around. You can always reach out and ask questions. I really appreciate you guys, and you know, being able to be flexible like this is one of the reasons I absolutely love doing what I do. And if you want that same flexibility, remember we have an amazing join offer this month where you can get these in color products for free in your starter kit. So if you have any questions, please reach out. I am always available. Have a great rest of your day. If you are a mom celebrating this weekend, happy Mother's Day to you. And I will see you guys maybe next week, but hopefully very soon. Have a great week, you guys. Bye.